People always need to pay enough time to artists because artists take time. So how much you charge should be the same as how much you are giving back. Be yourself. That's very important. If you are not yourself, then no one would love you and no one would pay respect to you. It's really important to stand out in those communities. I always keep up my own style. I always make sure myself that I am skillful enough. Be confident and surround yourself with people who support and be consistent in everything you do.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my another podcast. So today I decided to invite my long lost friend.
Long lost friend.
So he's a makeup artist. His name is Melvin. So Melvin, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Bryan. How are you?
I'm fine. First of all, would you like to introduce yourself, please, and
Yes.
what kind of industry you're working in?
Yes. Hi everyone. This is Melvin here, and I've been working as a professional makeup artist for more than 2 years, nearly 3 years now. Then I recently moved to Bangkok, Thailand. I was based in Yangon, Myanmar before moving to Bangkok. So, hello Bangkok, everyone. I'm based in Bangkok now, and you can reach me out for anything regarding makeup and hairstyling things.
And I will put all his social media accounts in my description below.
Thank you, Bryan.
Yeah, so first of all, I think that will be the most cliche question that you might hear all the time. All the time. It's like, how do you get into the makeup industry? How did you start this career?
So that's the question I really want to answer to anyone out there. So back in my university, I was majoring in international relations, but I didn't choose the international relations major based on what I was interested. I didn't know in my teenage life what I really was interested in, what I was into. So, and in our country, you know that it all depends on our matriculation exam, high school marks that we choose what to learn in the university. So I just chose it randomly with my marks. So I got into international relationship, and after first semester, I found out that I was not into IR at all. I was not into historical things at all. So I started to explore other industries and things to do, and I knew that I was into makeup and hairstyling things. So I started to do makeup in my second year. After second year, when I was, I think, starting around third year, which is first year honest. But when I was in, I think, high school, I used to have, I still have so many cousin sisters. Not used to have, I still have so many cousin sisters. But when I was young, there are so many events and weddings because I'm from the Indian industry, like a brown guy. So we have so many events to go, so many weddings out there. So all my cousin sisters, always want to go to the weddings with full makeup, glam, styling. So I always help them out with that, and that's how I started to get into this industry. That's how I found myself that I'm passionate about makeup and hairstyling. So after getting into my university and found out that I'm not into international relationship, I started to learn more about makeup tips and tricks. And then I didn't come from a rich family, so I always want to make my own money to be able to pay for my rent, everything, for my food. I don't want to ask money from my family, so I started to do makeup and hairstyling like a freelancer. So I created a Facebook page. It's very easy. So I created a Facebook page. I post some pictures and videos that I did for my friends, and then that's how I get into this makeup industry. And I did 2 years in my university, but after finishing my university, it was COVID-19, so we didn't go out. There was no events, there was no wedding, so I stopped being a makeup artist, and I worked for a startup company, and I was just a merchant acquisition manager. It's working for another brand. It's like a food and beverage, Food Panda, and I was finding merchants for Food Panda. But I knew that I was not into that as well because I'm not that kind of 9 to 5 laptop guy. So after COVID-19, there was coup happening in our country, and that company I was working for, they just closed down the company and went back to the US. So I didn't have any job anymore, and that's the time that I
Yes.
come back to this industry. And then after that, I decided, okay, I'm not gonna stop this time. I'll be like very consistent. I'll be focused on makeup industry. I'll be a very successful makeup artist one day, and that's how I become this.
So, like, who was the first, how to say, your kind of idol that you look up to when you're like entering the
Makeup industry.
industry?
It was, I think, J. Charles. Yeah, because he was very famous back then. He's still famous. He's still very famous now. But when I started my makeup, he was the one that I was looking up to. He was like on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere. I look up for his videos. I learned tips and tricks from him. And after that, I started to explore, more artists, more, influencers, makeup things, and then that's how I become like a makeup artist.
So
But
that's
for now, my most favorite makeup artist is Makeup by Mario.
oh, so where it's from?
He's from the US.
Oh,
Yeah, and he has a very nice, makeup product line called Makeup by Mario as well. And
his brand.
his brand, and he has, so many products and which are like very universal.
So that got me into a question. Like in this kind of very competitive industry, how do you think to stand out in a unique way?
Yeah, that's a question I really want to answer as well. This makeup industry, styling things, makeup and beauty industry, it's very competitive back in our Myanmar as well, because there are so many makeup artists out there. But it's really important to stand out in those communities. And then what I try was like I always keep up my own style. Like I don't do things that other people do.
Trending.
Yeah.
You don't follow the trend.
Yeah, I don't like I follow the trend, but I always try to be unique.
Like think out of the box.
Yes. And one thing I focus on myself is to give people the most natural kind of makeup. Yeah, that's how I get into this industry and how I stand out in this industry. Because now in Myanmar, everyone knows that if they come to Makeup by Melvin, then they'll get the most natural kind of makeup.
So
And that's how I become Makeup by Melvin.
So each makeup artist have their own style.
Yes.
So your advantage, like your expertise, is making the natural look.
Yes.
I think it's like you and I have a similar, I would say, mindset in the thing, because like in the photography or the wedding, out of the portrait, restaurant photography, I like the candid one.
Yeah.
That very, I would say, snapshot.
Yes.
Like in a wedding, like some people are crying, some people are laughing. I just snap out of them.
Yeah.
It's not like okay, 1, 2, 3, pose. It's like
Yes.
they have a fake smile. Like they're just trying to like look at the camera. Like compared to that, like when you shoot candid, where everybody is like hugging each other, some kids playing around. It's like very unique
Yes.
to that look.
Yes.
I think you had this.
Yeah, I had that too. Yes, because I always go for natural and effortless.
Another question is like, what of the proudest or the best, your favorite project that you have ever?
Okay. So when I started, my makeup career, I always wanted to work for bridal makeup. It's my, main thing that I want to focus. But it was like 6 months ago that I worked for a movie, but the movie is not up yet.
Release it.
Yes, the stars are like Min Ye in Myanmar, and the actress is Aishwarya Kumar, and she's like a Burmese Indian girl, she's also very famous in Myanmar. So she contacted me that she wants to look very natural in her movie, and then she likes my makeup
This
taste.
is where I shine.
Yes. So that was the project that I worked. It was like a 1.5 month movie project, and then we had to work like 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Like
So many scenes.
yes, so many scenes like the whole month, and it was really the best project I've ever worked for, because something I had never worked for before, and the experience I got from that is really precious. And it's like something I can never find anywhere else. And then I got to work with so famous artists like the director, stylist, the actresses, actors, everyone. So they are like very professional. So I got to learn so many things from them. How to be professional in this career, how to be consistent, and how to pay respect to everyone at the same time. Yeah.
I think in a production it's like kind of different. I mean, every time you have to, like work on the time limit that you have had, but like in the movie industry, I think it's more pressure
Yeah.
because of the next scene.
Yes. It's a lot of pressure. Yeah.
What's your like upcoming goal? Like maybe in a short amount of time or in the long run?
In the long run. So in the long run, I want to be a very successful, I guess, a very successful international makeup artist. And I just moved to Thailand like recently, so it's really difficult for me to be to stand out and to be seen in this country. For example, like no one knows me anymore here, so I have to work a lot and I have a lot of challenges, and back in Myanmar, I was quite famous in Myanmar because I've been working for more than 2 years and I am doing so many videos on social media and that's how I got famous there. So, but moving here, so it has so many challenges and I need to I need to get be seen by a lot of people. So I'm trying for that for the moment, but in the long run, I want to be a very successful international makeup artist. And one thing I want to do in Thailand is, I want to be a celebrity makeup artist here. Yeah.
I think because I think for your goal as an international makeup artist, I think Bangkok would be the start.
Yeah.
I mean, because like so many countries have linked to Bangkok,
Yes,
so there's like
yes.
so many fashion events, so many like production.
Yeah, there are a
movies
lot more things
from
to
other
do
countries.
compared to Myanmar.
Yeah, so yeah, you have a lot more chance.
Yeah.
Because maybe for the international audience,
Yes.
that is also what I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
Back in my country, like a few people know me, because like it's my other language.
Yes.
And I've been doing for like 4 years, so
Mm-hmm.
few people know me. But now I have to start from zero again. So nobody know me.
Yeah, just like us. Yeah.
It's like also like kind of give the freedom to me.
Yes.
Nobody know me, and also nobody know me. So
Yeah.
like I can like kind of rebrand my stuff in other way or whatever.
Wherever way you want to be. Yeah. By the way, how did you start this industry, this career? I mean, like photography, videography. How did you start it? How did you know that you are into this?
Actually, it's a long story.
Mm-hmm.
It started from like 2017, where I started shooting with a phone, and then my dad bought me a camera a year later. So that's when I started, like take photo, blah 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 blah. And then like a few of my friends know me from my Facebook, and they were like, "Oh, can you do it for me?" And okay, oh, that's fine, I'll do it. And then so many people kept asking me, and then I was like thinking, should I charge them? I was like, charging from like a few bucks. And then it went on. And another thing that get me viral is like I take photos for my hometown landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many people
I
share.
remember that.
So like a lot of people.
Because we belong to the same hometown.
Yeah, that was like a very cold area.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so many people get to know me, and that's how I get to shoot weddings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then during COVID, I can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I just stay home. So I learned that filmmaking class online. That's where I started to like maybe this is something I want to do.
Yeah.
Since I was a only child, like majority of the time as a childhood, I play alone with my toys mostly. So like I was also like very imaginative with how I play with the toys.
Mm-hmm.
Like I make them see like a movie in my head in my toy. So I was like creative. I just thought that
That's creative.
so maybe I want to go into the filmmaking.
Yeah.
And then that's and the event that me and Melvin met is the campaign made by Tiger.
Tiger
So
beer.
I get to expose to a very professional people
Mm-hmm.
doing film production and video production. So like, oh damn, like you can say like this
Yes.
with this status. Like there's so many people I look up to. Like
Yeah.
it was like the biggest networking I've ever had.
Uh-huh.
And that's how maybe I want to go into the video production and film production. And that's how here I am. I mean, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I'm still, like, how to say,
Yeah, we should never stop learning.
expanding my
Yeah.
network
Yeah.
into that. A few months ago, I got that little bit of tiny part job, the Thai series production. So I got to expose into the film production, and I was like even more inspired. So yeah, I'm still working onto that.
It's a good start here.
Yeah.
I think you'll be able to do you know what you really want to do in Thailand.
Yeah, I'm trying that.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay, there are two questions. I'll go with this first. How do you overcome your fears? Like, how do you build up your confidence or face your fears?
So how do I build up my confidence? So whenever I do things, I always make sure myself that I am skillful enough to do one specific thing. If I'm not skillful enough for anything, then I won't touch it. I won't do it at all. So I only do things that I'm very skillful at. So in my life, I don't do so many things. I only do makeup and hairstyling things. That's my main career, and that's where I can make money. So rather than those things, I don't do any other things anymore. So that's how I So I don't feel like I'm scared of something anymore at all. Because I only do things that I'm skillful at.
So like if you don't do that,
Yeah.
then
If I don't do that, I don't do it. I don't see it. I don't
you
touch
have to
it.
be very
Yes.
confident.
Yes.
By means of advice, like what's the best advice you ever got that changed the way you do things?
Be consistent.
Oh,
Yes. Be consistent in whatever you do. So that's how you make advantages. You make how do you say that? Good things out of something in the long run. So be consistent, and then create an environment where you can be, where you can shine like you want to be, where you get the most amount of support. That's very important.
So for you, the environment really matters.
Yes, it really matters because if the environment is not good enough, or if they don't give you enough support that you were looking for, then you'll feel like lack of confidence.
You don't belong to
them. You don't belong to them anymore, and you will feel like insecure all the time. Oh my God, whether this thing I'm doing, whether it's right or wrong.
You need to start.
Yes. So something like this. So be confident, and surround yourself with people who support, and be consistent in everything you do. That's the advice that I want to give, like a career wise.
Yeah, that's what all we need to do.
Yes.
And also, I think I found myself like in the consistency.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm motivated, sometimes I'm not. But if I go with the consistency, either I'm motivated or not motivated, I still do this.
Yes.
That's the kind of habit I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and one more thing, in this industry, use social media, as a good tool. Social media is very important for all of us, but don't spend, like too much time on that, but use it properly, use it, wisely, so that you get a lot of advantages from social media. For your productivity, for your portfolio, for everyone to see that your artwork is nice, your artwork is unique, that you have something very unique that any other person doesn't have. Like show people, what you are doing, and get confidence from that. Get views, everything you want from them. Yes. So use social media very wisely and be consistent on social media as well. Then you get your fandom, everything you want, and then you get clients from that.
So since you moved to Bangkok, do you have any plans to expand into the international industry? So
Yes, since I moved to Bangkok, my portfolio it's running in English, not in Burmese anymore. So I used to run my social media with Burmese when I was back in Myanmar, but after moving to Bangkok, I started using English as my main language. So I can reach to more people, different peoples from different countries as well. So that's how I start to grow my social media a little bit, because it's only been 1 month here. But I'll try to like connect more people like this. Yeah.
So this is like how to say, maybe we never know who's watching.
Yeah.
I'm like gonna ask. Oh, is there any celebrity that you want to do a collaboration with?
In Thailand, Antonia Porcel. I
Really?
love her. I love her a lot because she's very confident. She's very beautiful. You know, she's gorgeous, and she seems very educated and nice. So I wish I could do her makeup and hairstyling one day in Thailand.
You will. You will.
Hopefully, yes.
Interesting.
Yes, manifesting. Thank you.
Okay. Some water break. Okay. There will be another question. Is like, what's your worst client experience, or I mean, in experience overall?
Yeah. So I mainly work for weddings, and I mainly work in the Bollywood society. It's like Hindu people, Nepalis, Marwaris, and Islam people, like Muslim people. So one of the worst memory I've ever had, that's a wedding, and it's not a local people. It's like a couple from a foreign country, and they had a wedding in Myanmar. So and they hired me, and the worst thing was, they didn't give me enough time to do makeup and hairstyling. They only gave me like 45 minutes to finish the whole makeover, like makeup, hairstyling, dressing up, and
like so.
yeah, dressing up, and wearing all the jewelries, accessories,
In 45
everything
minutes?
in 45 minutes. They told me that you only have 45 minutes and do it. And then I was like, oh, okay. If you give me 45 minutes, then I'll do within 45 minutes. But the result won't be the same. I always take like 2 to 3 hours for makeup and hairstyling for a bride, and they were like giving you 45 minutes, so I can only give them like 45 minutes results. Not like
3 hours.
detailing. No, I cannot do any detailing anymore because art is all about detailing. Yeah, so they didn't give me enough time, and I was like, okay, you will get only like 45 minutes result, and they were not happy with the result at all. And then they were like, giving me so many complaints. And then I told them, you didn't give me enough time, so I could not give you back the best result. And thankfully, they understood it. And then the next day, they gave me the full time that I want, like enough time I want. And then the final day was like okay for both of us. Yeah.
So
that was like the worst experience I've ever remembered.
the main reason is like the client showing up late, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
actually, we were traveling to another city from Yangon in the morning, and then we got there very late. So it was, the time that the wedding will start is very close to the preparation time. Yes.
I mean, like those kind of things can happen. But there was like client that I seeing that I face experience whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't not like event traveling. It was just in a hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Like they show up late,
Mm-hmm.
so the wedding is starting soon in like a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to the makeup,
Mm-hmm.
and the makeup took for like it's their
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And then we have like 20 minutes or 30 minutes to
Mhm.
shoot the photos and videos.
Yeah.
And they was like rushing. They don't have the proper time to post. At least we need like
Yeah,
our
at
time,
least an
like
hour
1
to
hour,
do
2
some
hours, 2
portraits.
hour. The photo that they're gonna put on their house,
Mm-hmm.
something like very professional look. So it takes time. We need to
Yeah.
set up the light. So, I mean, we already set up the light, but if the location change, we need to change
Change
according to
the
that.
setting as well.
So they were like give us 20 to 30 minutes, and then they were like rushing, and then the result isn't that satisfying.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like I mean, just show up.
Yeah,
earlier.
just show up like the correct time that we were expecting, and people always need to pay enough time to artists because artists take time, and time really matters. Like enough time really matters, and if we don't get enough time, then we won't be able to do the art of detailing at all. So yeah, that's the message that I want to give to all the clients. That they need to give us enough time that we're asking. So if not, then they won't get any satisfying results at all.
Okay, the next question would be, what would be your advice for the newcomer? What advice do you want to give them?
The first thing I want to message is be yourself. Yeah, be yourself. That's very important. Because if you are not yourself, then no one would love you, no one would adore you, and no one would pay respect to you, because you are just copying someone, then you won't be yourself anymore and you won't stand out at all. So if you want to stand out, if you want to be successful, be yourself and be skillful enough to do anything you want. And if you're not skillful yet, then learn. You can, in these days and ages, you can learn from anywhere, YouTube, Instagram, every social media you can learn, or you can just go to any physical class and learn a lot. So be skillful, be consistent, and be confident as well. And don't be afraid of people, and don't be afraid to charge, enough to as relevant as what you are giving to them. Yeah, if you are giving, this kind of result, and then you should charge this kind as well, this much as well. How much you charge should be the same as how much you are giving back. So that's how you get in this industry and be successful.
So like, is there any like client like say, oh, they are doing cheaper, why are you charging more? So how do you deal with those clients?
So how do I deal with those clients? Or during my first year of being a makeup artist, so many people ask me for discounts and like comparing with other artists, and then I show them my result, like the products that I'm using. I don't really use drugstore products. I always try to buy the most high-end products I could ever look in the market. So I always use the best product for them, and then I show them what I can do. What kind of makeup I'm doing, and how different my looks are from other people. And then on my social media, I always built up my portfolio very nicely and very professional. My social media, my portfolio is not like I don't post a lot on social media, but whenever I post, that one thing, it should be very quality. It should be very professional. Like it should be clean, and it should be my style. Not like copying from other people.
Oh, this is Melvin.
Yeah, this is Melvin. This is very consistent. Melvin's video are like
Standard.
this. It's like consistent and own style and one style. So people. In my first year of being a makeup artist, people ask me discounts, but eventually they don't ask me discount anymore because they know my taste and they have trust in me. So always trying to build trust with the clients, and that's how you are becoming successful in the industry.
So the thing is being consistent and being in your own unique way.
Yes.
Okay, another thing is how much do you think the importance of the teamwork in this industry?
So team working is very important in this industry because we cannot work on our own. We cannot work. I'm just I cannot work alone in this industry because this makeup and hairstyling thing I cannot work on myself because I always need assistance and my team for production to help me during the process. So I always try to build up the team really good. So whenever I look for a teammate, I always look for educated people, skillful people, that people who knows how to give respect to other people properly. That's the qualifications I'm looking for. Yes, and the chemistry, and someone who can match my energies.
Yeah, that's very important.
That's very important. If not, if you are not happy working with them together, then it's nothing. So you need to make sure that you are happy working together with them, and then they are happy with you as well, and then you pay them properly. If you don't pay your teammates or your assistants or your team, the whole team properly, then they won't be happy working for you because they will know that how much you are earning. Yeah, because you guys are working together, and then our industry is like it's not like the corporate things. So the team knows that how much I am making. So I need to make sure they are also getting paid well. Yeah, so that's very important.
The real final question is what one lesson you learned by yourself in this whole career?
One lesson.
Like something that you messed up or something or something you learned by doing this career by yourself?
That would be also, you know, how to build your team as well, because I used to have like 4 people in my team back in Myanmar, but I only have like 2 people now in Bangkok because I left some of my assistants back in Myanmar. So before, you know, getting to this 4 people of a team, I used to have, you know, some teammates as well before, you know, building this team, and I chose them very easily. I mean, I didn't, you know, check them properly, you know, I didn't ask them questions properly. I was just looking for, you know, some assistant, and I just randomly called her.
So you didn't interview
Yeah,
them?
I didn't interview them, and you know, they put me in a mess after like 1 month. You know, they didn't show up to me whenever I need help, you know, whenever I need assistance. So one thing I remember is there was an assistant, that's a girl assistant, and she didn't show up on a wedding day that I was working for, and that was a very important wedding. It's a big wedding, and then she didn't show up to help me at all, and then I could not even contact her on that day. And then I realized that okay, she is not, you know, someone I was looking for, someone I am in need of, someone I can be reliable on, because she is not very educated as well. You know, she doesn't know how to give respect to people as well. So I was like, okay, next time I, you know, look someone for my team, then I should, you know, ask them questions properly. I should interview them properly, whether they match my energy or not, whether they are passionate in this industry or not. Yeah, so that's like a big lesson that I learned from, you know, people. Yeah.
So choosing your teammates very carefully.
Very carefully
before committing.
Before committing to them. Yeah.
I think teamwork is really
Yes,
important.
teamwork is very important
in every industry.
Yes.
Because like you can't do anything alone.
Alone. Yeah.
So I think that's it for today, and thank you for your time for coming and
Yes.
and sharing your experiences.
Yes, thank you so much for having me here today, Bryan.
Okay, yeah, we will be looking forward to collaborating in the
Future as well. Yeah,
Future
of
as
course,
well,
I would love to.
I'm looking forward to you achieving your dreams.
Yes.
You talk about.
Yes.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, and likewise.
Thank you, and
Thank
see
you
you
so
guys on
much.
the next episode.
Yes. Bye bye.